Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all the core gamers out there. CAJ Man 777 here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This is part 26, and if you missed the live stream yesterday, we talked about me returning from my trip at TMG, which, by the way, it was great. If you want to hear more about it, I suggest you go watch the last episode. I talk about it at the beginning of the last episode. It was a great trip, and I got back from the trip, so now I'm here, and I'm ready to go, and we got a lot of Tears of the Kingdom to play. We have a lot of Tears of the Kingdom to finish. I'm actually going to turn on my fan behind me because it is ridiculously hot. And we have our good old hazy weather out here. No thanks to the unfortunate fires that are happening a little more north to me. But anyways, that is besides the point. This is episode 26, and there is so much for us to do in these next few episodes. You might notice that I am wearing the entire Twilight Princess set, and that's because on stream, we defeated all the King Gleeoks in the world. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there, and then there was also one down there in the Gleeok Den, which was a Gloom King Gleeok, which I was not aware of, and that allowed me to get the final part of the Twilight Princess armor, which is personally one of my favorite Zelda armors. So I'm wearing and rocking the Twilight Princess gear all at level 2 because we get a nice little attack up bonus for that. But I'm very excited to be getting into this episode because we have, this might be our last series of episodes in terms of covering regular story content besides doing the end of the game. So the plan for this episode is that we're finishing all 3 geoglyphs. There are 3 geoglyphs left. I know exactly which order I need to go to them in, and I know exactly where they are. Following that, we are going to be making our way for the first time ever into the Great Hyrule Forest, and hopefully finding the Master Sword in the Great Hyrule Forest. There's a lot of stuff I have to do still in the game. As you can see, our map is like fully filled out and stuff now, but I don't want to waste any more time, so if you guys are excited for what is essentially approaching the finale of our Tears of the Kingdom series, I honestly think maybe within 10 episodes we'll be done. Maybe if not, a little bit more with Tears of the Kingdom. I think you know exactly what to do. Do me a favor and hit that like button, as well as hitting that subscribe button as we get right into it. Also, I have 128 shrines out of 152. Link is going to be cold up here, but that won't last very long because I have cold-resistant food. I don't know why I wasted that food. It's actually over on the other side. I can't see a dang thing because it's, you know, nighttime in Hyrule, and I suck at my job. Now, if I recall, the 3 geoglyphs in order I had left, I went to the map room where we initially found, like, the geoglyphs map to check in order. And I believe the last 3 we have left, there's the one here, which is the tier, which is the one we haven't, like, seen or discovered. There's the one sitting along this ridge by Lake Hylia, and then the last one is the Master Sword, which is sitting right along this edge here by the Elden Mountains. So those are the 3 geoglyphs we're going to be heading to. And then we're finally going to be making our way into the Great Korok Forest. I really want the Master Sword. I feel like it would be a shame to not have the iconic Master Sword for the end of the game. So that is one thing we have to do. Also, we have to somehow find the Hylian Shield. I have no idea where that is. I might have to end up looking up a little bit to find out where the Hylian Shield is, or maybe it's part of the story in some way, but who knows? I certainly do not. I am the wrong person to be asking these things, but as we fly over to the geoglyph, our Tear of the Kingdom, I already see where I have to go. It's right up there. As we fly, hopefully with enough stamina to get there. You might be wondering, why didn't you make the Zonite vehicle? With what Zonite? Well, we'll put it that way. I have all the batteries. I'm not gonna lie. I have all the batteries. As you can see, all my batteries are blue. We did that yesterday on the stream too, so that was fun. We had a lot of fun with that. I just need to get a little bit closer here. Just need to use Tulin to give me one last boost over to the top of this hill, and I definitely think we might just have enough stamina to almost perfectly land on top of that. And we're not going to have enough stamina to perfectly land on top of that hill, but I do need a little bit of stamina so I don't, like, instantly die of 1d4 fall damage, because that's an F. That's an F moment. Also, if you understand what that is a reference to, congratulations. Alright, let's get it underway here, shall we? God, it's so iconic. It looks so cool having the Twilight Princess gear on. I know it's not the champion tunic, but it looks pretty damn cool. So we are going to be getting, like, a huge dose of story here in this beginning part of our episode, because I'm going to be teleporting all over the place. So Sonia is dead. The sages have been gathered.
Rauru. We just received word that the last free village in the Gerudo Desert has fallen. At this rate, the Demon King's army will overwhelm us.
I understand. Our only hope is for me to defeat the Demon King.
Rauru. The Demon King. He is not someone you can stop by yourself.
His sister.
But you are not alone. You have the Gerudo, Goron, Zora, and Rito leaders as well as Zelda.
Who shouldn't be in this timeline!
And of course,
unless
you can count
it's
on
a time
me.
paradox.
There's something I'd like to show you all.
There's 7 symbols on that door. Is that 7 sages, or is that just the door? Oh, this is the...
Sacred stones.
That's where the map room is. That's the room just in front of where the maps are with the geoglyphs.
Stand with me. I need all your aid.
Oh, and the 4... Is this how the 4 were given the secret stones? Yeah, okay. That's how the original 4 sages were given the stones. So that's where they got them. There are 7 platforms, so 7 stages.
To serve Rauru, the King of Light.
So there's 7 sages, but 5 rings. And we have water, wind, lightning, and fire. Those are the rings we have. One of them's got to be light. Zelda's is time. So what's the last ring? Right, well, technically there's only 5 rings, but... Oh, I missed 11. That's fine. We're gonna watch all the geoglyphs this episode anyway. We're gonna go watch 11 anyway. I thought this one was the one in order, but... Good to know that's where they got the rings, so we're gonna... I don't remember where the other one is, so I'm gonna go back here to actually the temple where we see them get the rings. My bad. I thought the tier was the one in order. I might have like in my head swapped 2 of them, which is entirely possible. I wouldn't be surprised if I did that. That's really cool though. So the room we're about to walk into, that way I can just get my bearings on which of the 2 geoglyphs I'm going to go to next, because I'd still like to keep them in as much order as I possibly can. I just happened to teleport to the tower. It's behind the Mother Goddess statue, which I need to still get a Dinral's claw for. I need to do that still. I'll probably end up doing some of that off camera if I need to. But this is the door that was in that cutscene right here. This is that exact door, and this is that exact room, because you'll notice once I walk through, it's the same room. 7 platforms. Ryra the King of Light, and the 7 stones to represent the 7 sages, which make... Are there 7 stones, or are there 8? 1, 2, 3... No, the 7 stones to represent the 7 sages. That's interesting. I might have actually swapped the... No, I haven't missed the order. What? What? Oh. You know what? I wonder if I go back to Hyrule Landing, the Lookout Landing, and talk to Purah, if that will be the 11th memory. Now that I think about it. That is entirely possible, and I didn't even think about that. So I wonder if the 11th is unlocked after, because you technically... I don't think you have to go talk to Purah again to turn in the quests. But, I mean, it's... On my objective list, it recommends that I go back to Purah to tell her exactly that I solved the problem. So, I wonder if that 11th one... So, no, I wow, interesting. The order is so strange. It's so different. So, the 11th is a completely separate, geoglyph. Alright, well, the next one we're going to go to in order, because we are going to them in order, is over by that bridge, which, frankly, I should just fly to, because I don't want to deal with the Gleeok that's on the bridge. Mainly because I don't have enough arrows! So let's, take this vehicle. And by the way, once you have this many batteries, travel is so free, it is stupid how free travel becomes once you have all the batteries. Especially in this. This vehicle, the little goblin glider, this thing is overpowered. I love it. That flame Gleeok standing on the bridge, though, not a big fan of him. Mainly because he still kind of blocks the path of a... I mean, he doesn't really block a lot down here. But, you know, there's probably shrines and stuff down here I haven't, like, solved, and caves, and things I haven't discovered, and I just don't want to, frankly, I don't want to deal with the dragon on the bridge, so I'm going to teleport around it as much as possible, and considering I defeated all the King Gleeoks, I will never do that again. They suck the fight, in my opinion, as I continuously launch Shinobu off my glider so he doesn't get in the way. There is a potential that there will be a Korok hidden in these geoglyphs, by the way. It seems like every time I've gone to one of these geoglyphs, there's a Korok that just happens to be there. I thought maybe there'd be a rock on that, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So maybe there isn't a Korok. There is a Korok. There's... You can't make this up, man! And there it goes. There, it stayed. Perfect. It stayed! I don't need to do anything! Yay! Not that I'm gonna use the vehicle to fly again, but next geoglyph! Oh, the voice crack. Oh, God. I'm gonna imagine that this is gonna be, like, the start of their battle. To me, that at least makes the most sense. Yeah, they're all, yep, they're prepping.
Sonia.
Oh, that's the grave.
Oh, Zelda.
King Rauru, before you face the Demon King tomorrow, there is something I must tell you. I came to this era after finding a man underground.
Go on.
When I witnessed what the secret stone did to Ganondorf, at that moment, I knew for sure what we found underground, that was him. He was still alive, still powerful. He continues to live on, all the way until my time. In tomorrow's battle, we won't be able to defeat him. No matter how strong we think we are, he'll survive. And you will.
You will lose an arm in the process.
Maybe so. But it is my duty to try. It was my hubris that set us on this path. I must atone for my error in judgment. And above all else, I remain the King of Hyrule. As with any leader, it is my duty to safeguard and protect my people, even if I must risk my life.
Rauru.
And if it proves impossible,
I wonder how
for us
Zelda
to
gets
defeat
back to...
Ganondorf, we rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link. But remember, that was a future where you never appeared in this world. And you
The
are here
piano.
now. Zelda, I believe there is a reason you were sent to us. It has to mean something.
Zelda going back in time changes the timeline. So it technically would create... That...
The reason
That's my guess.
I'm here.
Because Zelda goes back in time, it's the reason it creates essentially a time paradox. Or what is essentially a parallel universe to the events that were witnessed after Breath of the Wild. It might not be a straight paradox, but it's very possible that it creates an alternative parallel universe. And with it, a potential other time split. Which, to me, is crazy because we've already converged all the timelines back in Breath of the Wild. And now we're going to split the time again? Well, the final tier is indeed in the tip of the blade. No Korok! Surprisingly, maybe it's in the base of the blade. Maybe I missed it. Do I care? No, not really, because I really want to start going to the Great Korok Forest, which, you know, or the Great Hyrule Forest, which, you know, there's going to be a lot of Koroks there anyway. And this is the last geoglyph. And this obviously is going to have something to do with the Master Sword, so we're about to find out. She's on the where the Great Sky Island is.
Managed to restrain him somehow. But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
This is before the upheaval, because this is Zelda in the past, but it's still technically the Sky Temple of Time. Yeah, this is before it was upheaved. I just realized this is where she was standing at the beginning of the game. This is where Zelda was standing when Link picked up put the broken Master Sword on the... It took me a minute to realize. in its broken state. And again, you got the fi sound.
How is the Master's sword? You're telling me that Link is safe?
This is the what we didn't see.
You traveled through time to find me and recover your strength.
Zelda, I believe there is a reason you were sent to us. It has to mean something.
Yo! The music dropped.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do. We will finally stop him.
To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself.
I'll be forever changed. Link! You must find me.
Wait. Is Zelda? Okay, so crazy thought. But a few times when I've been exploring in between episodes and off stream or on stream, I see another dragon in the sky. And I'm guessing that's the dragon because the Master Sword was in its head. Is that Zelda? Wait. Wait, is that? Wait. Did Zelda turn herself into a dragon? But wait, that means Zelda doesn't exist. Well, that means technically she does exist on this timeline, but she's not herself. As Minoru said, to become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself. So it's Zelda, potentially, but not Zelda. Another geoglyph has appeared? I have to know. I genuinely have to know. We know where the Master Sword is now, though. But that dragon's always flying so much higher in the sky. And I'm guessing we're picking up right from here. So that's Zelda with the Master Sword in her head, technically, in the sky, isn't it?
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me.
The sword will continue to gain strength if bathed in sacred power. The stronger that power, the more powerful the sword becomes.
I didn't see that cutscene.
After all, you possess more than power over time.
I didn't see that cutscene.
You have a sacred power that can dispel evil.
To swallow a secret stone is to become an immortal dragon, one blessed with eternal life.
Zelda's gonna eat the stone.
Minoru, I'm counting on you.
That's where she gives the tablet that gives it back to Link. Because where that Sky Temple of Time is technically in the same area.
Link, I will restore the Master Sword for you. I will care for it until the time comes. I will pour my sacred power into it. It will be the weapon that defeats the Demon King.
To become an immortal dragon is...
I
to
love that
lose
this just
oneself.
picks up where the last one was. She knows the consequences of this.
You must.
She became... Yep. Oh my god, the music callbacks, dude!
Protect them all!
She actually became the dragon. And I have been, the thing is, I've been seeing that extra dragon for such a long time. Wow. Her sacred power, though, is sealed within that immortal dragon's body. Wow. There were not silent princesses around me a second ago! Oh, is this gonna, like, turn into a dragon tier? Like, is this gonna form a geoglyph around the ground and it's just gonna look like a dragon? There's so many silent princesses there now. That is awesome. This is just, my jaw's on the floor right now, man. I have no words. This story is so much more than I expected. The thing is, though, Zelda's gonna have no memories of this. I still am gonna go into the Great Hyrule Forest and to see the Great Deku Tree because I have to for this. I'm close enough to the dragon now where it matters. The divine dragon flies into the stormy skies. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna take this in for just a minute. It's fitting that we're in, like, a full hero garb, the hero of Twilight. It's fitting. Here we go. Oh my god, they give you this perfect angle of it. Unbelievably cool. I'm absolutely taking a screenshot. The restored and repaired Master Sword. So freaking... Oh, come on now.
Link. Link.
What a freaking amazing shot.
The Master Sword. Your sword. She is the key to destroying the Demon King. He defeated her before, but a long slumber will heal these grievous wounds. And when you two next face the Demon King, you will have my strength to help you through her. Link, you are our final hope. I pray this sword reaches you in the future.
And it did. But what of Zelda? Is she eternally trapped in this form now? Forever to roam time? Back on the Great Sky Island. The Master Sword! The legendary sword that seals the darkness. Its corruption was healed by time with the Light Dragon. Oh, that is iconic. And you got the bell on top of that. So there are a couple of these memories missing, and I'm wondering, these are probably memories of the modern timeline, right? Like, one of these is going to be the end. Oh, this is just, it's so cool to think about. There is a hole here that leads to the depths. An area of the depths that I've explored very little of. Surprisingly, no light route around that. I'll jump in that eventually. Maybe next episode. Maybe not. The path is different. No, the darkness starts taking me immediately. Huh. I thought maybe using the Master Sword would maybe get me to that spot. But let's try this. Like there. Yeah, like right there. That's where we want to go. Because of course there are. Bring it. Fitting! Fitting, right? Go to Korok Grove Underground. There's a bunch of gloom hands. Phantom Ganon just sitting down here menacingly. Ow, that did a quarter heart of damage. Not roll back on that, because I'm very bad. I actually have not fought the variant that uses this weapon type yet. I've used the other variants, but I have not done this one. And that means up in the Lost Woods, because this is the light route down below. There's a Coliseum also down here that I'll probably do off camera, but down below, if there is a shrine there, that means there's a shrine directly above me in the Korok Forest. And the only way to find out is, of course, if we go up through this access point that'll put us all the way back above ground. This will take a while. Ooh. I've done it. I am a genius. I am unmatched in my power. So, that's the shrine next to the Great Deku Tree. What do I do now? I guess I can't really talk to the Great... There's a hole. Yay! That's an attack I haven't seen yet. That's the spin. Tried to parry it. I got it that time! I got it again! Come, Phantom Ganon! You missed! You're weak. Weak, I tell you. Didn't get a chance to dodge around there. Come! That didn't hurt. You do like no damage. Thank you so much, Mr. Hero. The Great Deku Tree is waiting for you in the Korok Forest. How must I speak with Deku Tree? I gotta look all the way back here? I gotta come all the way back here? Gotta come up to the pedestal? What do you need me to do? I'll, come up here, maybe talk to the chief. Let us go talk to the Great Deku Tree. We must converse. Yes. Ah, so it is you. I must apologize, I am quite groggy. I am still quite groggy. Although I am, as though I am awakening from a bad dream. You rid of me of that unpleasantness deep within me. Yes, you went to great trouble to restore me. Thank you. It has been some time since we last spoke. Have you been well? Yes, the last time we spoke. That was when you came here with the princess to retrieve the Master Sword. And this is after Breath of the Wild. This is one of the memories I missed.
It is good to see you, Princess Zelda of Hyrule, and Link, keeper of the Master Sword. Your blade has been fully restored. Go on then, Link. Draw it once more.
Great Deku Tree, thank you so much.
I think he's got an awesome unibrow, by the way.
I merely watched over its renewal.
It is amazing that a sword can heal itself, no matter how badly damaged it becomes.
It can do more than heal. The sword will continue to gain strength.
And this goes back to the event I saw earlier in another memory, because technically you were supposed to go to the forest. So I'm gonna guess this is number 11.
This fabled blade may well be limitless. Truly the work of a goddess.
A sword that grows ever stronger. The Master Sword.
God, you love that. Ting. You appear to be faced with trouble once more, but I see you have procured the Master Sword. That sword, I sense a sacred power within it that is stronger than before. What has come to pass? Take heed, and do not rely solely upon the power of that sword. You must steel your mind and your spirit as well. I am always here. Should you have need of me, you only ask. And I did. So technically, yeah, this was a main quest I could have done. Okay, so it turns out the Korok Forest, it was just a bunch of like side quests. There wasn't another video, which is why you might have noticed there was an immediate cut. But with that cut, of course, it was enough with all the shrine quests in that area. It was enough for me to get another heart container, as well as do the dive on like the Island of Bravery, which I hadn't done a dive for, and that was another shrine, which is why I have an extra Light of Blessing. But that's another heart. And we are getting so close to maxing out the hearts, it's not even funny. So I think with that being said, the next episode is going to fit perfectly into our next series of 5, because in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you might have noticed I'm already back here on Lookout Landing. I'm going to talk to Purah, turn in the quest, and we are going to continue more of the story from there, as I believe a blood moon is already rising into the sky to end this episode. Ain't that convenient? But man, what an awesome episode this was. We got to realize that Zelda was turned into a dragon by consuming a tear, and, well, she had the Master Sword imbued in her head the entire time, so there's now a light dragon of Zelda flying in the sky just constantly. But my biggest question is going into the next few episodes is, if Zelda went into the past, consumed the tear, and became a dragon while she technically kept some of her memories, most likely due to her light and possibly time powers, her light and time powers, my thing is, where is our Zelda now? Is it possible that the Dragon of Light can be turned back into Zelda, or is there a weird timeline thing happening where a Zelda exists, but the Light Dragon Zelda also exists in the same time frame? And unfortunately, time will only tell for that with the episode, but I want to thank you all for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. If you did, I think you know exactly what to do. Do me a favor and hit that like button, as well as hitting that subscribe button, because in the next episode, like I said already, and I'll just repeat it one time, we're talking to Purah, turning in the region stories, and continuing the story, because frankly, I don't know what to do at this point, other than maybe talk to Purah and do some things with that. So, thank you all for watching, and of course, until then, this is CAJ Man 777, signing off. Stay safe, everybody.